Hello everyone, I hope that you're doing great. In this video, I will share with you the role of English education in Saudi Arabia. Although English has become an international language, it was and continues to be taught as a foreign language. According to Elias and Pickard, there has been some reluctance to teach any foreign language, including English, throughout the early history of education in Saudi Arabia. Two of the main reasons of this reluctance were 1. The fear of Islam being affected, and 2. Losing Arabic as a mother tongue. Now, teaching and learning English in Saudi Arabia are categorized into two distinct eras. First, the late 1920s up until 2000. In this period, English was first introduced in the Saudi education system. The discovery of oil in the early 1930s had a great influence on English education. Zuhur's study showed that after the Second World War, the world became much more interested in Saudi Arabia because of its newly discovered oil. Since then, the United States of America has become involved more deeply with the country, and English has become more relevant to Saudi economics and social development than ever before. The second era started in 2000 until today. In this era, there has been a shift in the teaching and learning of English. As of 2003, English was introduced in all primary schools. In 2005, Saudi Arabia's vision has changed significantly, in that the country has been trying since then to reduce its dependence on the oil industry by developing a knowledge-based economy to match those of developed countries. This resulted in a tremendous revolution in education, and the number of universities increased from only 8 in 2001 to 28 governmental and 8 private universities in 2015. Today, English is the medium of instruction in medical, engineering, and other science colleges. The introduction of English in the education system was associated with considerable debate and conflict because of religious, cultural, and social concerns, in addition to the fear that the dominance of English would affect Arabic. The resistance to EFL teaching within the conservative Saudi society has nevertheless declined noticeably over time. That is because, in terms of economy, English is the language of petroleum. It is now used in all the training programs in major organizations and companies such as Saudi Aramco. Politically, Learning English enabled the country to communicate with the world and to become a key player in the foreign policy domain, both regionally and globally. English is also associated with the development of the country's military power. Many American military advisors, trainers, and technicians work in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Also, the country buys a large amount of American military equipment on a regular basis. Socially, with the rapid spread of technology, Saudis today communicate across geographical borders. They use it to spread their culture and their perspectives on the news. From the religious perspective, English is the language used to communicate with approximately 11 million pilgrims who visit Mecca every year. Now, with the shift of perspective and the adaptation of English in Saudi education system, one would assume that the Saudi students should be able to speak fluently. However, after studying English for 9 years, the students in most cases are unable to speak or write a single flawless sentence in English, which raises many questions on who takes responsibility. There are many people and many organizations to blame, but in my opinion, the education system as a whole in Saudi Arabia lacks efficiency and needs modifications. English is taught for 3 to 4 hours a week, and the students don't usually give much attention to its importance. In some schools, the teacher provides the student with the answers and tells them to memorize it. When it comes to comprehensive writing, the teacher distributes a paper with 3 paragraphs and asks the students to memorize them because one will come in the test. This is something I witnessed in one of the private schools. Not to forget that the methodologies used are outdated and they are teacher-centered. Most teachers code switch and others may speak in Arabic for the whole class. When it comes to the curriculum, I noticed that the materials did not meet the needs of the students, and the syllabus cannot be edited by the teacher or even modified, which puts a lot of pressure on the teacher. Technology is not used in the class, and the classes usually lack creativity. When studying in college, the students lose motivation when they see that they are required to take math and science in English. And that is not only any English, it is English for an advanced level, which devastate them and make them want to quit. Some research suggests that the teachers in Saudi Arabia need to have a pre-service and in-service training. Other research suggests that meaningful learning will help the students a lot to understand and to use the language efficiently. The use of technology must be used in the classes, and English should be handled as a skill that depends heavily on practice. Teachers should encourage the students to communicate and speak their minds. Thank you all for listening. I hope that you have enjoyed my presentation.